Hey guys, welcome to episode 50 of Sunday Night Live. As RJ stated, I am coming to you live from the JPVideos studio. Glad to have everyone here. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. And tonight's episode is titled Adventure is Around the Corner. And that's going to be related to tonight's Going Back in Time video and share a little bit of news as to what's going on with my channel. So we'll get to that a little bit later, but glad to see everyone here. And as usual, got a full show for you tonight. And I'm glad to be back to share it with you guys. And make sure that if you do enjoy any part of tonight's episode, to give one of these. And if you are here for the first time, I encourage you to sit back, relax, see what everything's all about. Feel free to chime in with the chat. Everyone is very welcoming and friendly, and just ready to have a good time to wrap up the weekend and start off the week on a good note. So first off, thank you mods who are here. Glad to have you on board for tonight to handle any link sharing, stuff like that. And to everyone else who's here, welcome. I know there's a bunch of you here, so as a whole, thanks for being here. Welcome. Excuse me. I do have a scratchy throat for some reason, but other than that, doing okay. Hopefully, like I said, everyone had a good weekend. It's been a rainy day here in Pennsylvania, so didn't do much of anything except kind of have a lazy day. Just did some stuff around the house, did some stuff with the family, but other than that, didn't really go anywhere, didn't do anything, exciting. But it's just a rainy day. Had to get rid of a lot of the snow, raising the river levels. But that's just the way it goes. And this time of year, last day of February, March is around the corner, after midnight tonight, obviously. And March has been known to have some pretty hectic weather in Pennsylvania. In the past, we've had blizzards in March, so who knows what March will bring. But, as always, we'll make the best of it. No more snow, thank God. Yeah. There's still snow out there. There's patches where are clear, patches where are still snow. Lots of running around. Need a lazy weekend. Everyone needs one of those every once in a while. But everyone that is tuning in, welcome. Hello. Good to see you here. And if I do miss your comments, the mods are here to help. And as usual, if there's any general questions, things you'd like to talk about or anything like that, we will save that until the end of tonight's episode. Tonight's video isn't very long. It's not super short. It's about 20 minutes long. It does deal with adventure. So I think you guys, if you haven't seen it, you will enjoy it. It's a pretty unique location. But other than that, we do have mail call to get through. We have a bunch of envelopes and a couple packages here. And happy upcoming birthday. Yes, I am wearing this shirt, which is effective for tomorrow. This is from Lisa, I believe, sent this to me last year. So I am definitely a March person, Pisces, so I wanted to wear that and share it with you guys. So thank you for the kind words and everything. But let's not waste any more time and get started with tonight's mail call.
You've got mail.
And we do indeed have mail. Not a huge mail call, but enough to share with you guys. So let me get everything taken care of on my end here, and then we'll move right along. Alrighty. Pyro, if you want, send me an email after tonight's episode or in the morning, and I'll get back to you on that. Okay, so first one, we do have a blue envelope with the truck. That probably should give you a hint as to who this is from. None other than Barb and Dana. I know Barb is in the chat tonight, so hopefully you and Dana are doing good. Hopefully it's not a heat wave down there in Florida. I've been watching a couple live streams at Disney, and I guess it's been like really, really hot. So let's see what is inside. Thank you guys for the birthday wishes. Just a few days away. Not doing anything special, but I do appreciate the kind words. Okay, this one, different than what she normally sends. This is a black card that says thank you. Okay, so inside is a generous monetary donation. Thank you once again for that, Barb. And I'll show you what it says here. So it says, hi, message on cover may appear smaller than actual gratitude. It says, having something to look forward to makes each day a little better and brighter. Hope your day is better too. Love, Barb and Dana. So, Barb and Dana, as always, your generosity, support, and friendship is amazing. And I'm glad you guys found my channel. And although I know some videos may not be super exciting, but I'm glad I give you something to look forward to. And I always look forward to your cards and kind messages. So thank you, Barb and Dana. Next one, I believe the person's in the chat here. Yes, his name is Brian from Ireland. So this came all the way from Ireland here. He has sent something in the past, and he is a someone who definitely enjoys the channel. He comments pretty frequently. So Brian from Ireland, I'm opening your letter next. Turning 40 in 13 years. Yeah, I always make the joke, 40 is the new 20, so you're as young as you feel, right? And Renee Reb with a $20 happy birthday super chat. Thank you so much, Renee. Very kind of you to do that. So we got 2 letters here from Brian. 50 is the new 29, and Retro says it totally is. Okay, so I got 2 cards here. 2 actually St. Patrick's Day cards. So Brian is from Ireland, so let's see what he sent. Okay, so first one here is loaded with writing. I'm going to definitely have to read that privately. There is another letter inside, so the card itself, though, says, with a song in your heart and a twinkle in your eye, may Irish luck be with you at this time of year. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Obviously, St. Patrick's Day is during the month of March, coming up pretty soon, just a few weeks. Not my favorite holiday, but I do know people do love to celebrate it. And for me, it's just another day. But thank you for the St. Patrick's Day card there, Brian. I will read that off camera later. The other one here, another Happy St. Patrick's Day. I do like the look of the cards, though. It has almost like a Celtic cross on it or something. Okay, another one. Tons of writing. I will read off camera. It says, may luck smile upon you and your loved ones be near. May St. Patrick's bless you with good health and good cheer. Happy St. Patrick's Day. So, Brian from Ireland, thank you so much for the cards. I do know you did take a lot of time to write them out, and I do want to read them to myself just to make sure I can take in everything that you wrote and appreciate the effort you put in. But thank you, Brian from Ireland, for the cards. Okay. That is a Celtic cross. Okay, I thought so. I know a little bit, not too much. Hey, Lisa Anderson, happy birthday with the birthday cake and emoji with the birthday hat and blowing the thing. $20 super chat, though. Thank you very much, Lisa. Appreciate that. Okay, next one. Hopefully she's in the chat here. Marty Jones, our very own regular viewer here, did send 2 cards. One for myself and for Jill. The other one is for Lily, I believe. This one, though, is for us. Oh, okay. So it's a little Easter card. It's stuck in there. There we go. Okay, so it's a little card. It says happy on it. It has 2 hearts, some Easter colors. Okay, inside is a very generous donation. Thank you there, Marty, for that. And on the inside here, well, here's the front of the card. And the inside, she did write, Dear Jay and Jill, happy Valentine's Day. Please, oh, this is Valentine's Day. That was Easter. Please take the enclosed and enjoy a treat or something you both like. Hope your day is a special one. Love and hugs from Marty. So, yes, that is correct. Marty did reach out to me. She did tell me she was sending out a Valentine's card, but it did arrive late. So it finally arrived, Marty. I do have it here. I did think it was Easter with the colors on it, but yes, it is a Valentine's Day card. So thank you. Myself and Jill will definitely get something good. Most likely it's going to be ice cream with that generous donation that you gave. So thank you for that, Marty. And for the next card here is indeed for Lily. So I will let her open that herself. I'm sure she will enjoy what's inside as well. So Marty, thank you so much for myself, for Jill, and for Lily for thinking of us for Valentine's. Better late than never, like they always say. Okay, next one. Yeah, mail is slow. Next one is from Barb and Dana once again. And a white envelope with a blue truck. I love that stamp. You're welcome, Brian. Ashley Brady, $5. Happy early birthday, you old fart. Hope it's a good one. It's passing gas. Thank you, Ashley. I hope it's a good one, too. It's just another number for me, but it is a milestone to some people. But thank you, though. Hopefully the farts don't get any worse than they already are. Maybe that comes with age. Who knows? Good thing YouTube doesn't have smell-o-vision. Oh, this is a nice card. Okay, so inside, yet again, another generous donation. Thank you guys, Barb and Dana. So here's the card. Beautiful picture. They got the flag in the background, patch of sunflower, or sunflower patch, I should say, the blue pickup truck, and the doggy in the back. USA. That screams America right there. Inside, we do have an owl sticker. This may be related to something. Let's read and see. Hi, Jay. Just a note to say how much we continue to enjoy tagging along on your adventures. Always something new to see, even an owl. Yes, that is from that random roadside adventures where we did see that owl behind the abandoned house. That was a fun surprise. Take care, stay safe, from Barb and Dana. So, yeah, I had an idea that was related to that. So those of you who didn't see, I did release a video a few weeks ago, and it was the last location of the night. It was actually dark out. We went behind this abandoned house, and an owl was sitting on the branch staring at us, and actually spooked me. I was like, whoa, holy crap. But it was neat to see. It was my first time ever seeing one in person, and many others have commented too. Wow, I never saw one in person either. So those of you that have, you are fortunate, and those of us that haven't, you know, there's always a first time. But thanks for the card, Barb. That is a beautiful picture on there. And once again, for the generous donation from you and Dana. Okay, next one is from Leslie J. out of British Columbia. Leslie always sends something, usually train-related, usually defunct railroad companies specifically. So I believe that's what this is going to be. Let's check it out and find out. Okay, we do have, oh, this is neat. Those of you that do like old railroad equipment, or specifically heavy equipment, you're going to enjoy these pictures when I share them in a second. Hey Sue, $10, happy birthday. What day is it? It is March 4th, so coming up this week. Falls in the middle of the week, which is unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. March is a crappy month to have a birthday. It's not a whole lot to do, so I'm probably just going to do something simple like dinner. Let's see what the note says here. Okay, so there is a long letter here. Looks like this came from Englewood Logging Railway, Ohio locomotive crane. Built in 1975 by Ohio Locomotive Crane Company in Bucyrus, Ohio. I used to call that Bucky Rust, but yes, it is Bucyrus. Crane is a DE400, a 40 to 50 ton crane. Crane was owned. Let me show you what I'm actually talking about here so you can see it. It says the crane was owned by Anaconda, a mining company in western Montana. There's a lot more information about it, but yes, this is a logging railroad crane. It's actually pretty neat. Now, I have come across a few Bucyrus cranes. One of them was with Alan at the abandoned sand quarry concrete plant there. There's also a Bucyrus crane sitting at McDade Park by the Lackawanna County Coal Mine Tour. And this one does ride on rails, so it was for a logging company, probably to load up lumber onto waiting rail cars. So that is pretty neat to see a piece of railroad equipment, and even better to get the history on it. So thank you once again, Leslie from British Columbia, for sharing these with me. They will be put into the collection of ever-growing collection of pictures that you do send. So thank you once again for that. Well, you guys are amazing. $50 from Muppets and Manilow. Happy early birthday, JP from Muppets, Mr. Muppets, and our dog, Libby. Treat yourself to dinner. Oh, thank you so much there, Mr. and Mrs. Muppets and Libby. And dinner is something I definitely enjoy. I'm not sure what I'll be eating for my birthday, but that would definitely help. All your donations will help make the choice a little bit easier. So thank you to you guys and to everyone else. You guys are fantastic. I love the support that you show, and I said time and time again, we're all a big family, and I'm glad you guys, do what you do. You definitely make my heart, kind of smile, if that's even a thing, but not necessary. But thank you so much. You guys are fantastic. All right, we got one more envelope here before I get sappy. Okay, Barb, we got 3 of them here. I guess the mail was backlogged. So this one is a red envelope. It actually has 2 kitty cats on the back. Barb, yet again, another generous donation. Thank you so much. Okay, so this one says, some people make the world a little brighter. And it's got little hearts on the bottom and a happy Sunday with the shades on. Oh, you open up, it's like a 3D sun. Happy Valentine's Day to 3 of those people. Love, Barb and Dana. So short and sweet from Barb and Dana, Valentine's card. Awesome. So that is all the envelopes. Thank you to everyone who did send in, and thank you once again for the monetary donations. Greatly appreciated and will never be forgotten. But we have 2 packages to do, and then we could move on to our next segment. Alrighty, this one just says from shipping department. Don't know anything else about it, so we'll just tear right into it. Okay, this one is a box here. I may know what this is. Okay, yeah, I believe Lisa reached out to me and told me this was coming, and I believe this is for Lily. Actually has on the sticker here. Let me take a peek at it and see. Oh, she is going to love this. Okay, so there's a chance that Lily may be watching right now. I don't want to spoil it for her. But if you guys want to see it, I'm pretty sure she will show it on her video of an upcoming update for her gaming room. It's come a long way from her first video she did. So I'm not going to spoil it for her or for you guys. So if you want to see what's in this box, it is something custom made for her, and it is courtesy of Lisa, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this is going to be given to her, and she'll have to do an update on her room to show you guys how far it's come and what changes she did make. So just want to confirm that this is from her. Lisa, is this from you? The thing you messaged me about? I believe so. I remember getting the message about it, so yes, okay. So it is from Lisa. Lisa, thank you so much for sending this for Lily. Lily will get it later. And like I said, Life of Lily is her YouTube channel. She will be doing an update in the near future, so be on the lookout for that to see what this is. But that is a cool item. I know she's going to love it. Cats, somebody's asking, I think Nancy's asking about the cats. Cats, I believe, are upstairs. Salem was sleeping down here. I think she went upstairs. But I hear somebody creeping downstairs as we speak. Well, you could take these, but show them on your video, okay? There's that one.
What do you mean?
You're going to make a video on your room, right?
Uh-huh.
So that's for your room.
Uh-huh.
So I'm not going to show them. I want them to watch your video when you put it out.
Okay.
So,
is there anything else you said?
yeah, I gave you the card in the box.
Oh, okay.
So Lily, yeah, Lily was watching. She came down, got her items, and she went upstairs. So yeah, you'll see them on her video. Bye. Okay, next one here says KCN from Ohio. So I'll tear this one open. It's the last one here. Okay, there's no note here, I don't think. Let's see. Oh, this is a pretty neat shirt. Okay, so there's no note inside. The front of the package just says KCN from Ohio. So this is from you, Casey. Thank you in advance. I'm going to show everyone what this is. This is pretty neat. So those of you that do like the paranormal stuff, this is related to that. Right there. So that says, Ohio State Reformatory Ghost Hunt Survivor, Mansfield, Ohio, established 1886. So I'm not sure if this person did a overnight stay there or something, but that is a cool shirt. I did hear of this place before. It is definitely, or I should say really reportedly haunted. I've never been there, but Mansfield, Ohio State Reformatory. That is a really neat shirt. Definitely something I will be rocking sometime in the near future. So if it is indeed from you, Casey from Ohio, thank you so much for that. Great shirt. And the right size too. So glad you got it correct. Okay, so that is tonight's mail call. So thank you to everyone that did send in. And if you guys ever want to send something for me to open live, the link is found down below. Not the link. The address is found down below in every video description. My P.O. Box address. Again, no obligation. If you wish to, you're welcome to. If not, giving a thumbs up or just commenting on the video is just as important to me. So thank you to everyone who's been sending out. It's always fun to, open up and see what's going to be there. Yes, I do have plans to go to Ohio. I was supposed to go there last year, specifically to go to the Christmas Story House and to, I believe it's Cedar Point Amusement Park. But with COVID and everything, the plans never worked out. But I'm hoping to get there at some point. Just don't know when it's going to be. But yes, Ohio is on the list. There's a few things there I do want to see. So time will tell. But it's I haven't scratched it off. It's just on the back burner for now. Okay, now next one is question of the week. Okay, and we got another super chat here. Charlene, $20. Happy birthday. You are the best. Thank you so much there, Charlene. I'm not the best, but I'm glad you enjoy the content, and I always look forward to your comments when you do check out the video. So thank you for that super chat and the birthday wishes. Okay, so let's cue up the music here, and we'll show you who tonight's question's from. Okay, so tonight's question is from our very own Lisa Anderson. So her question is, anyone making plans for spring? So if you want to share any upcoming plans or things that you're looking forward to doing for the springtime, feel free to do so. I will give you guys a few moments to type it out, and I'll share mine as well. But yes, Lisa Anderson does get tonight's question of the week. All right, Matt. Yeah, I know you've been there, so maybe you could, definitely meet up with me, show me some stuff out there. That'd be pretty fun to do. Knoebel's opening day, says Nick. Yes, absolutely. They announced it. I believe it is, let me check the schedule and make sure I have it correct here. April 30th, I believe. Maybe opening day. I think I read that correct. End of April it always is, so looking forward to that. My plans for spring is not to freeze. That's a good one. Lunch with JPVideos. You know I like food. Tabby has no plans. Riding my new e-bike, checking out the new to me trails on it. That's going to be a good time. Planting flowers. Family reunion in Louisiana. More flowers and veggies. Make sure you plant a Twinkie tree too. Overnight stay and ghost hunt in an abandoned house we found. Lucky you, Retro. Leaving spring up in the air for now. That's probably a safe bet to do. Plan in April to travel to PA. Get out and explore and get the tractors out. No plans for spring. Big vegetable garden. Gardens seem to be quite popular, so get your supplies soon. They may sell out quick. Maybe April 24th. You might be right, Nick. Yeah. Even better. It's even closer. Waiting for it to warm up to start making videos. I hear you on that. Go outside, start a veggie garden, exploring. To host the tour of Centralia and Knoebel, says Adam. Meetups will be late summer, early fall. Cemetery walk with Jason. Yes, Kristen, you and Len. Let's do it. Hopefully some hiking, walks in the woods, spending time outside. That sounds good, Nicole. Never have plans for spring. That's okay too. Sometimes you just have to wing it. Magnum electric bikes, and they love them. Going to Maine, have some flowers and vegetables. Hey, Jack. Dana's embroidering. We'll sell some of her artwork at the Historical Society. Trading days at Traders Hill should be fun. Oh, that's awesome, Barb. Wish her lots of luck on her sales. Veggie gardening and fishing. Wow, a lot of vegetable gardens. Plan to get some sunshine on me when it gets here. Hey, Aaron. Rail trail pedal cart. Oh, is that the pedal cart? I believe like it actually rides on the rails and you pedal power it. I've seen those before. Actually, the guy I rode on the speeder with last year, I think he operates a pedal car up in New York somewhere, a pedal car company. Catch up financially, finish a hot dog cart bill, get the new motorcycle or mine fixed. Justin's got a busy spring. Hey, Stanton. Pyro says work. You gotta fit fireworks in somewhere. Searching for the Twinkie tree seeds. Elizabeth says staying home. You can see me for all your garden supplies. Daffodils, young birds chirping. Waiting for my 3-wheel electric scooter on the boardwalk in Mission Beach. That sounds like a good time. Yard work, biking on the rail trail in Williamsburg. Oh, Dan, don't forget meeting up with me and RJ too. That's part of your spring plans. Wilmington and Western Railroad. That's pretty neat. They have those pedal carts there. Hey, Lisa, you actually got question of the week. It's up there on the screen. Anyone making plans for spring? So I picked your question for tonight's question of the week. Steve Friedenberg, I ain't a baller like those other Super Chat folks. I love your content. Hope this helps your next project. Steve, any amount is appreciated, whether it's $1 or anything above that. So, you know, based on what you donate does not mean anything. I appreciate it just as much. So thank you for that, Steve. Got to work, save up for the 4th. Those rising prices, inflation. Okay, so for me, spring, I don't have anything really set in stone. Obviously, Knoebels is a big thing. I'm going to confirm the opening date. Nick is probably right. He said April 24th. I always go for opening weekend. Try to get there for actually opening day, and I do my video, What's New at Knoebels. And just really looking forward to going back there, even though you have to wear masks. Me and Lily went last year for opening weekend, and it wasn't too bad. You know, it was tolerable. Lines were down for the most part. You know, we got some of our favorite foods, rode our favorite rides, like the Phoenix, the Haunted Mansion, stuff like that. So Knoebels, without a doubt, is going to be part of my spring plans. When Adam does reschedule his Centralia tour, I would like to be a part of that. I always enjoy, you know, helping support him and to, you know, learn some new stuff about the town of Centralia. Of course, my meetups are coming up for hopefully springtime. The biggest one is going to be Lakemont Park in Altoona and also Horseshoe Curve. It's going to be probably a 2-day event, an overnighter event. That's going to be probably in the month of May. As of right now, I'm hoping for. Lakemont is only open with their rides on specific days of the week, so I have to plan accordingly. Still would like to do a kind of a walking, explore type thing in Jim Thorpe, walking the streets in downtown Jim Thorpe and also going over to the Gorge area and the Turnhole Tunnel. There's even train rides too, so that can all be done in one day. that will be a springtime event. And Ricketts Glen, I don't know when it's going to happen yet, but I will keep you guys informed whenever thing gets sorted out and I do confirm everything. But other than that, spring, just looking forward to getting out, like a lot of people said, making more videos, seeing new places, doing more things, being more, adventurous, like I've said. So Knoebels, without a doubt, is definitely up there. So, but everyone that does have plans, I hope they do come to fruition. And with your gardens, hope they're plentiful and they do give you your vegetables that you're looking to get. For me, I would like to build a bacon garden, tweaky tree patch maybe. But yeah, glad to hear that you have plans. If you don't, just wing it. Take it day by day, and hopefully you enjoy yourself. Spring weather, though, definitely is going to be much needed around here. I'll tell you that. How about another cookout? Yes, we could definitely do that. Okay, so let's get to our third and final segment, which is about tonight's video called Adventure is Around the Corner. So one thing I do want to address really quick is that many of you have probably noticed my schedule did change a little bit over the past few weeks, probably about the last month or so. I've been putting out videos mainly Mondays and Fridays, and there's a good reason for that. The reason is because I haven't been able to get out and film a lot of the locations I had planned because of the conditions. Much of the ground here is still snow covered, and the areas that aren't are just saturated, soggy, muddy. So I have a backload of places to film. I have no shortage of places to film for the upcoming springtime into summer. And then when summer hits, it's going to transition into other stuff. So it's only temporary that my schedule has been coming out 2 times a week. I know some people have been asking why, or why there's no middle of the week uploads. And it's just for me to be able to space out my content. Once I do get a new backlog filmed, it will go back to normal to 3 days a week, and things will resume back to normal. So it's just temporary. So just bear with me. It's better than not having any content at all for a period of time. So Mondays and Fridays is just a temporary schedule. And once I do get caught up in filming, which I'm hoping is going to be sooner than later, it will resume to Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So just wanted to get that out of the way. But for Back in Time, let's get rolling with that. Gotta get back in time. Okay, so bear with me a moment as I get things squared away here on my screen, and we'll watch tonight's video. Okay, so tonight is the lake made entirely of rocks, known as Boulder Field. That is a place that I believe I've filmed definitely once, maybe twice, I don't remember. But my most recent trip there was August 7th, 2019. And it's 19 minutes long. If you haven't seen this video, I think you'll find it interesting. It's a unique location. And those of you who did watch it, feel free to tell the others about what you think of the location or the video itself. It's pretty neat. I know Alan and RJ have been there as well, so they could probably share some input as well. So let's get rolling with Boulder Field, a lake made entirely of rocks. Boulders for as far as the eyes can see. Pretty incredible place, huh? You're probably wondering where I'm at. I'm actually not behind the camera. Believe it or not, I'm standing right in front of you. Still don't see me? Well, here I am, standing in the middle of one of the holes here in Boulder Field, located in Hickory Run State Park. In this video, we're going to take you for a tour of Boulder Field, also known as Boulder Lake. We explain the theories as to how it was formed, and show you some of the cool features that you could come to expect at Boulder Field here. So if you're ready, come along with me. All right, so I do have a little cheat sheet here with some information I'm going to share with you. Boulder Field is an 18-acre bed of rocks. It's approximately 400 feet wide by 1,800 feet long. The rocks range in size from a few inches to over 20 feet in length and diameter. It was formed during the last ice age, and a glacier came to rest less than a mile away from here. There's 2 theories as to how this was formed. Number one is that the cold from the glacier formed a permafrost, which killed off all the trees and vegetation here, leaving exposed bedrock. Eventually temperatures rose, water melted and washed away all the dirt and material, leaving what you see right here. Theory number 2, the glacier melted and the water seeped down into the bedrock and it froze and thawed, breaking up the bedrock into these big clusters of rocks and eventually formed what you see today. A lot of this does look like river stone. It is smooth and curvature, you know, as if you would see in the bottom of a river or lake. But it's pretty unique though, but there is different theories out there. But comment down below, tell me which theory you think is correct. Was it formed by the freezing and thawing of water, cracking the bedrock? Or do you think the glacier melted and washed everything away, exposing this? I'd like to know your thoughts. But with that said, now that we know how this was here, why it's here, we're going to start walking around now and show you the vast area of Boulder Field, or as I like to call it, Boulder Lake. And we're the only ones here today, so we have the whole place to ourselves. So it should be pretty fun. So the person joining me today is also supplementing as my camera person, none other than Jill. And she already fell and hurt herself, cut her hand open. Yeah. So you got to come here with a steady foot and a basic knowledge of how to navigate these rocks. It can be kind of... So I just wanted to pause it for a second. As I mentioned, I've been here before. I can't remember if I filmed it before, but definitely myself and Jill have taken Lily here, and it's actually not very easy to walk on these rocks. If you've ever been here, you definitely know. I think Matt called it like twisted ankle field or something like that. I think Cliff has maybe been here, but you know, it looks level from a distance, but as you're walking, some of the rocks do, you know, topple. Some of them are slippery, some of them are pointy and jagged. So as cool as it looks and as fun as it is to explore, you could very easily get hurt. I mean, if you're not good on your feet or have trouble with balance or even like taking long steps or leaps, it's probably something you would just want to observe from the shoreline, the sideline. But, you know, it is penetrable. You're able to walk all the way across, as you'll see in this video, but it is definitely a dangerous area to explore. So extreme caution, good footwear is recommended. Tricky, and you could easily hurt yourself. I recommend hiking shoes and to basically just take it slow and steady. But I'm actually going to head back over here now and show you where I was kind of hiding in that pit. Now, people often wonder, how deep is Boulder Field or Boulder Lake? Well, there's no real bottom because underneath all the stone is the earth, which obviously you could dig down into. But realistically, the depth of the boulders and rocks here is between 6 to 10 feet deep. That's what the park rangers have said in the past. So, like I said, when you're walking, you just got to kind of pick your footing. Some of these rocks do shift, but if you take it slow and easy, you shouldn't have any problems. But here is a hole, which is kind of hard to see from this vantage point, but I'm going to kind of duck down, but you can see it goes down, and that's where I was standing for my intro. And it looks like this isn't really natural. People come here and do this, which they're not supposed to. They tell you not to do this because it's disrupting the natural look of the area here, but on top of that, it's also a safety hazard. You could easily get your foot crushed, but there's numerous holes like this spread throughout and only a handful of trees in the middle. Now when you cross over there, there's actually a walking trail that takes you through the woods quite a ways. Parking is back here, and there's more trails up that way, but we're going to kind of go long ways towards the other side of the lake. So I'm not going to show you our entire journey across it, but we'll show you some highlights here and there. So the key with this is to kind of look where you want to go, plot ahead 3 or 4 footsteps, and then go that way and repeat that over and over. You eventually get the hang of it, and then you can start almost taking big strides across here without even thinking about it. Here's another pit here. Someone uncovered. There's no pot of gold at the bottom, so again, no reason to do that, but they are here from people doing it. Also too, if you come here in the summer, you will encounter lots and lots of spiders. They typically run when they see you, but you'll see them sunning on top of the rocks, and then they hide when you're nearby. Ooh, lost my balance there. So here I am standing down in one of the pits here. There is dirt and gravel below me, but this is the approximate thickness here, about 5 feet deep right here, roughly. And you can see the size of some of these boulders compared to me. Some of them, I think farther in the back, range over 25 feet in length and diameter. They're pretty massive, but again, this could be potentially dangerous if something was to fall on you. So we haven't made a whole lot of progress. Back there is where we started. Vehicles are parked back behind the tree line. Not even halfway across yet, but we are taking it slow and easy. Another thing I want to mention too, I've seen pictures on Facebook from friends of mine who have been here in the warm summer months. This place is known to be, I wouldn't say snake infested, but your chances of encountering a snake are pretty high. Me seeing spiders is no big deal. I don't mind spiders at all. But there's a person that was here a couple years ago on a warm sunny day, and they saw no word of lie, probably over half dozen snakes as they were moving about. Most of them are just small black snakes or garter snakes, and they do move out of the way, when you're coming, but they do come out, to warm up in the sun. But for me, I try to avoid my distance, keep my distance, avoid the snakes at all costs. But that is something to keep in mind. Depending on what time of year you come, you may have different things to deal with. So just want to pass that along. So what do you think of this place?
It's really cool. Very scary a little bit. But other than that, if once you get your footing, you're pretty good.
You heard it from her. Get your footing down and you'll have a good time. Now when we brought Lily here, Lily, is pretty agile. She's able to do some thrilling stuff with coasters and other things. She did that thing at WonderWorks, climbing in that overhead harness system. But here, though, she was actually pretty intimidated. She was nervous about the stone. She thought she was going to slip and fall. So for the first probably 15-20 minutes, she was nervous to do anything. She was just kind of freezing in place, and I had to hold her hand a lot of times. But after a little bit of time, she gained her confidence and was able to move about freely. So I do understand why she felt that way. Like I said, you could very easily slip and fall, and she was just overthinking it. But, as long as you get confident but not cocky, it's the right combination. That way you could enjoy it, but you're still being safe about it. This is also a good obstacle course if you're going to train for a ninja warrior. Definitely resembles some of the things they have to go through with kind of skipping on stones and leaping and jumping and balancing yourself. So it's a free training course. Barb saying amazing taggers haven't found it. Well, the good thing is that this place is monitored. It is a state park, Hickory Run State Park. So there are park rangers that do patrol. As I did show earlier in the video, there's 1 or 2 rocks that do have some tagging of people's names. But yeah, you don't want to be caught doing that. You could face some penalties. But like I said, it is monitored by park rangers, which is a good thing. Of course, but I don't think she's having so much fun though. So I'm zoomed in a little bit more, give you a little bit closer look at the edge. We're nearing the middle of it, but it does continue on straight ahead. So we're going to try and get as far back as we can, and then we have to retrace our steps back. So it is time consuming, and it does hurt your feet after a while, but it is a very unique experience. When you look around too, you do find some cool rock formations. You can see there's like little indentations, and the shape of the rock here is kind of, all different angles and all different unique features to it. So when you're making your way around, pay attention to what you're looking at. You might find some things you've never seen before. And yet another hole. I think we found about a half dozen of these already. And you can't even spot them until you come upon them too. So that's what's a little bit tricky. If you're not paying attention, you could kind of literally step right into one. So here's another rock here I wanted to show you. This one's all bumpy. It's very odd looking. You don't typically see rocks like that. They're usually smooth-sided, no indentations, but it's almost like little suction holes. But these are the same rocks though that you see spiders on in the summer, and then when you get near them, they'll crawl underneath. But I just like looking to see though what is unique and different compared to rocks I see in my own backyard. There's even more here that are bumpy and textured and different colors, all different shapes. But the further back we get, the rocks are getting larger. And we probably will come upon some pretty large ones that are... One other thing to mention too is that I was told by park rangers that you're not allowed to fly drones here for whatever reason. They did say it was not allowed, but I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, maybe RJ can confirm that Alan, when him and RJ were here, they did fly his drone. So you'll be able to see a kind of a bird's eye view over on Alan's channel if that video is still there. I do remember watching that, but I guess if you fly, it's at your own risk. But I did ask if you're allowed to, and they did say no. So I was turned down, but you know, Alan did take the risk, and he avoided any issues and was able to get some pretty cool footage. In excess of 20 feet. Also too, if you get tired while you're here, you could always find a pretty good sized boulder to sit down, take a break, give your feet a rest, take a drink of water, and prepare your next move. Come on guys, root her on. Go Jill, go! Go Jill, go! The worst thing you could do is hesitate and just to stand there. Then you kind of get in your head, uh-oh, I don't know what to do. If you keep yourself moving, it is much easier. Okay, quick update. We are more than halfway across the lake now, or the field, whatever you want to call it. And navigating is, you know, pretty much the same. The rocks are much larger over here, a lot less smaller rocks and boulders, but yeah, they are a little more pointier in edge. But there are some nice big flat ones too, where you could just kind of navigate towards those to make it easier for yourself. You can see there's a massive one right there that's probably over 10 feet long. But we're going to head towards the tree line here. It does keep going. The very peak of it is over there, but it's just going to take a long time to get there, and it's just going to be repeating itself, rocks and boulders, rocks and boulders. So we'll get over here and show you kind of how it ends, almost like a shoreline for a lake. While you're watching this video, if you are enjoying the content, please give it a thumbs up. It's free, it only takes a second. And also comment down below, tell me, if you had the opportunity to come here, do you think you'd be able to navigate across these boulders? I'd like to know what you guys think as well.
I'm sure if I could do it, you could do it.
Yeah, she said if she could do it, anyone could do it. So if you're local to the area and you haven't done it, come here, check it out, experience it for yourself. And if you are not from the area and are passing through, it's a nice state park. There are other walking trails besides just the Boulder Lake. It's actually a huge park. It takes a long time to get here from the main road. You drive through miles and miles of woods and dirt roads. So there's something for everyone here, even if you don't like boulders. But if you're a fan of the Flintstones and their car made out of stone and their quarry they worked at, you'll feel right at home here. All right, so we're almost there. We are near the tree line. Got a lone tree there, a little wimpy tree there, and then the boulders kind of spill into. So looking at this, especially this viewpoint here, it does very much resemble a lake. You know, if you were in a dry lake bed, or if the lake was drained and filled in with stone, you know, we're approaching the shoreline here where you would find trees and other, you know, things that would be on dry land. So it's almost deceiving. People are asking if this was ever a lake or filled with water. From what the billboards there, the plaques state, and what I've done during research, it never held water. It was created from glaciers, and there is speculation about other theories, but as far as what the park does advertise, it is glacier made, and if it did hold water, it was only for a short period of time, and it was a long, long time ago, but it's always been filled with stones, but it does very much resemble a dry lake bed. Through the forest. So we're going to head over there just to see where they end at. As I mentioned too, you know, about one of the theories of the moisture getting in, freezing and cracking, that's pretty much what would happen. Bigger rocks cracking into smaller ones, and that's most likely from moisture getting in and freezing in the winters. Oh, there's even some kind of moss there or something. Something green growing there. So a little bit further to go. Okay, so we're kind of off the main field now. And still some, ooh, lost my balance. Still some gargantuan boulders here. But we're going to keep going a little bit further. And here's some massive rocks. These are over 20 feet long here. And you can see, wow, this is pretty neat. It's almost like a little riverbed.
Mini.
Hmm?
A mini boulder field.
Yeah, it's like a little mini boulder field. Another hole right there, but you can see it gets smaller now, works its way into the woods. Eventually they do dissipate and it turns into the forest ground. So this is pretty much what you would come to expect when you come to any edge of the boulder field. Just rocks upon rocks, and then you find yourself a nice place to sit down. All right, we're not alone. There's someone now here with us. Where are they at?
You gonna find them?
Huh, there they are.
Bye, Kim.
And as I mentioned earlier, this is pretty smooth stone. It's like almost like sandstone. And it looks like it's been washed smooth from moving water. All right, so we made it back in one piece from the other side of Boulder Field, as I like to call it, Boulder Lake, and the bugs are getting bad now. A couple of things I want to mention to you. Number one, this is a state park, so you can't bring your drone here and fly around. I already asked about that because I wanted to get you some aerial footage, but Unfortunately, it's not allowed, but you can look it up on Google Maps and get a good perspective of the size of the lake. Again, it's 18 acres, 400 by 1800 feet. It's a good size area of boulders. The farther back we were, easier it was to navigate. The rocks are much larger back there, and we're able to move from rock to rock much easier. When you're getting back here near the parking lot, they're a lot smaller, a lot more shaky, wobbly stones, and it's a little more trickier and tiring on your feet. Aside from that, I don't recommend bringing young kids here, especially under the age of 5. It's much too dangerous for them unless you're really prepared to carry them across here. I wouldn't recommend it. If anybody 5 or older that's kind of, good at nimbling around, climbing, exploring, shouldn't have a problem here. If you're someone who's elderly, you could go out a little bit, sit down, take some pictures, but again, you're going to have to be prepared to do a lot of walking. It took over an hour for us to get across from one side to the other, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is time consuming. If you get a good rhythm down, you'll pick up the pace a little bit. Sorry about the bugs here. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the look at Boulder Field here at Hickory Run State Park. It's a pretty unique place. And again, as to how it was formed, there's 2 different theories out there. You can make your own judgment. Maybe come here in person, see it for yourself, and see what you think as to how it was formed. But either way, regardless of that, it's a really cool place to check out and something unique for Pennsylvania residents to come and experience for themselves. So any questions or thoughts about this video, leave your comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. It's free and only takes a second. And if you haven't already done so, you can follow me on Facebook, where I do share details and some material that doesn't quite make it to my YouTube channel. All that information can be found down below in the description. So with that said, I want to thank you for watching today. And until next time.
See you in the next video.
She stole my line. So how long have you been laying here? Look like you've seen some pretty bad stuff. Get all beaten up by the weather. Probably sick of people stepping on you with their dirty shoes. Knocking on you. It's gotta be tough being a rock. There it goes. There's one thing you gotta do when you come here. And that is...
run.
Naruto run. All right. Give me guys 1 second here. I'll get back with you. Okay, I'm back. So let's see. I missed the super chat here with Ashley Brady, $5. Happy birthday! My daughter's birthday is the 4th as well. Party on, Wayne. Party on, Garth. Happy birthday to your daughter. Great day to have her birthday, March 4th. So happy early birthday to your daughter. So yes, that was a look at Boulder Field there in Hickory Run State Park. Like I said, with other locations, that is something that you need to experience in person to appreciate how unusual, beautiful, and interesting that it is. As Southeast Pyro mentioned, you can do camping there. It's a very large park. There's numerous hiking trails. There's trails that lead to and from the Boulder Field itself. On nice weather days, especially in the weekends, it actually gets quite crowded there. You might find upwards of 100 people walking around. But if you go there, respect nature, as far as, the dangers involved, and know your limits, you can definitely enjoy it. If you don't feel comfortable trying to cross it, at least take a few steps out on it, take some pictures, make some memories. But it is a pretty cool place to visit. Very similar to Ringing Rocks, which is a place I do have on my list where you actually hit the rocks with hammers and they make noise. This is not like that. This is just a boulder field. But if you want to see it, you can actually see it on Google Maps. It does show up on there almost like a dry lake bed. So although it is nothing, you can really enjoy as far as with boats or swimming, you can at least do some, parkour stuff on it. So it is definitely unique and interesting. And that was probably my second or third time there with Jill. And I said we did take Lily. Lily had some trouble, but she did come around. And I've seen other kids there just hopping, having fun. And I've seen other people too scared to even take a step on it. So if you can't go there, at least you got the video to check out. And like I said, Alan, on his video, he did get drone footage under his channel, Revenge of the Apocalypse. And I'm sure Matt would love going there and getting some drone footage, and whoever else. I wouldn't say it's a meetup spot. I wouldn't want to put anybody at risk for getting hurt, but as a group of friends, definitely be worth going to and having some fun. So I know a bunch of people did leave as well. I did try to say goodbye to everyone. So have a good night to those of you who did leave. Casey, very, very sorry for your loss. It's pretty terrible news to hear that. But yes, I did receive the shirt, so thank you for the kind gift. I'm not sure if you went there and experienced it to get that shirt or how you got it, but it is very cool nonetheless. But hopefully, being here and hearing the kind words from all the viewers does hopefully lift your spirits a little bit. So that is pretty much the show for tonight. We did run just over an hour. I will stay on a bit longer to just chit-chat with you guys. I do have a question for you, though, changing the topic a little bit. If you guys remember the last episode, we got on the topic of movies. We were rambling off movies that we love to watch, specifically older movies, classic movies. So I'm curious, based on that talk that we had, did anyone go out and watch some of those movies? Because I definitely did. I watched a handful of them because talking about it, kind of brought it back in mind. And I'm like, oh, I love those movies. I haven't seen that in such a long time. So I actually watched a handful of videos and movies based on what we talked about. So I'm curious if anyone else did that. Did you get the itch to see some of those again? Or do you plan on watching them again? Matt's checking the weather as he speak. Good night there, Environmental. Nick got a notification for rain. Good night there, Nicole. So Pyro watched Sandlot, Stand By Me, and Goonies. All great movies. Watched a few older movies, revisiting some TV shows too. Good to hear. Caddyshack. I watched Caddyshack too. That was one of them. I watched Joe Dirt. I watched Over the Top. What else did I watch? I watched Funny Farm. There's a few others too. Some of them weren't on the list that we talked about, but most of them were. They definitely did come to mind. So I was either able to pull out the DVD or search it online and watch it. But definitely good to watch some of those classics. Better Off Dead we watched again too. $2. I want my $2. Over the Top, stolen movie. Yeah, it's where he's the trucker and does the arm wrestling. Graceland Cemetery in Chicago. Yeah, maybe one day if I do make it out there. Good night there, Tabby. Finally watched Zombieland. Great Outdoors with John Candy. Yes, that's another good one. Christopher, I did mention earlier in the stream today was just a quiet day for the most part. Just did some stuff around the house. It's been raining all day, so nothing exciting. Can't find Better Off Dead. Haven't checked Amazon yet, though. We have it on DVD. I do know, we've mentioned before, the movie theaters that a lot of them that are open are replaying a lot of like the classic movies. So if you guys do have movie theaters in your area, probably most of the things playing are movies that have been out already. So I do know there's still movies being made, but they're not coming out as frequently. I haven't seen a movie trailer in so long, so I don't even know what's coming out. I do know Coming to America 2 is supposed to be coming out, I think, later this year, if I'm not mistaken. But some of them, I think, are going straight to DVD, or maybe only going to be on Amazon or Hulu or something like that. Watch The Expanse. I never heard of that one. Christopher, again, the information boards there state it is from solid bedrock that was broken up from a glacier. But if you want to do a Google search for yourself, just search Boulder Field, Hickory Run State Park, and there's some websites with some information. One of the websites is from Hickory Run State Park itself, and others are just other people who have been there. But yeah, you could definitely do some research for yourself. There are different theories, but it is pretty much broken up bedrock from glaciers as what is explained. Still going to the Strasbourg Railroad this year. Yes, Brian, I do plan on going there. I don't have a time frame, but I would like to definitely get there and spend a few nights. Book the Red Caboose Motel. Do have plans to maybe meet up with someone down there too who's familiar with the area to show me some of the great spots to catch trains and take a train ride and check out everything there is to see and do. So, I'm hoping that things do improve as the year goes on, but it's still, I'm still hopeful it's going to happen. What town, what? You too, Frank. Have a good night. Another thing I could ask you guys too, if you have the information you're willing to share, do you know if your particular towns or states that you're living in are having fairs this year? I did watch some videos down in Florida, I think it was. There's some state fairs or county fairs that are happening, obviously with restrictions, having to wear masks and stuff. But like our local fairs here for 2020 were canceled, specifically the Bloomsburg Fair, Wayne County Fair, stuff like that, Luzerne County Fair. They were all canceled. I don't think there's any even like firemen's carnivals or picnics that even happened, but I do know certain states still had them with restrictions. Fingers are crossed that they do happen this year. I could think if the amusement parks are able to be open, that they should be able to have fairs as well. But I didn't know if you guys had heard anything, through your local news or stuff like that, if there's going to be any state, county, or even firemen's carnivals or picnics or fairs happening this year. Because I am looking forward to, getting to those. They're always fun, playing games, eating the food, checking out the entertainment, riding some rides. So Bloomsburg Fair, haven't been to in a few years now. It's one of my favorite local fairs. But if they don't happen, I may be forced to travel somewhere else to check out another one. But if you guys do hear wind, hey Lisa, if you guys do hear wind of fairs happening somewhere in the Northeast corridor, around Pennsylvania, feel free to reach out to me because I definitely would be willing to do like a small road trip to go check out a different fair, whether it be a state fair, county fair. I wouldn't really go for a fireman's or church picnic, but just to get out and do something that we haven't done in a while would be enjoyable. So, but I think down in Florida, they're definitely happening. I think Adam the Woo did a fair. I think it was maybe the last day of the fair. Last week I watched it, and he had to wear masks, just like if you go to Knoebels or Hershey or Disney, but it was open and operational. They did cancel though. I guess you could consider parades a type of attraction, but Scranton typically has a very large St. Patrick's Day parade. I think it's usually the second largest one in the country. Last year was canceled, and I believe they canceled it for this year as well. So St. Patrick's Day parade, second largest around, has not happened in going to be 2 years now. They did cancel the Christmas parade, this past Christmas. So parades in this part of the area are not happening. So hopefully they will make a return soon. Ohio will be having county fairs this year and state fair. Oh, that's good to know, Patty. Thank you for sharing that. I already canceled Phillies. I guess it really depends on the area and how bad things are, I do know there's a few YouTubers that I watch who do like travel vlogs, and they go to some different countries and they don't have to wear masks at all. So depending on location and how well things are under control, masks are either mandated or not. So I guess it's just going to be a waiting game until things come around, and I think that's going to be a telltale sign when things are kind of in the clear, when they say masks are no longer mandatory. It has become common. It's the new norm, as they say, but it's not something that I want to do forever. So if they ever make an official announcement saying, you know what, masks are completely optional, there's no more mandates, there's no more social distancing, I think that's going to be a day to celebrate. It's going to be getting back to the way things used to be and being able to do what we want to do. Allentown, St. Patrick's canceled. Okay. Hey, Jacqueline's here. And Barb says, I remember the St. Patrick's Day parade, and she enjoyed it. Yes. I did live stream that. I think RJ was his first time modding on that video. Yeah, Bald and Bankrupt is one of them, and Harold Baldor, I think his name is. We watch him. B-Sage has agreed, yes. I think most of us could agree. Steamtown, no passenger trains until April. Yeah, they're not doing any train rides at all. Railfest didn't even happen last year, which was unfortunate. So maybe later this year, later in the summer. Railfest usually happens in September. I think they were going to move it to June, and obviously it got canceled. So, I hope that things do come back. I do enjoy the train rides and trolley rides. I think the trolley was open, with limited passengers and being able to distance on the trolley car. But Steamtown is definitely open, but not open for passenger service or fully 100% accessible through the property. But it's better than nothing. Masks take the fun out of shopping. Yeah, it's more of a pain in the butt. I mean, me and RJ were together recently doing some videos, and we went to a Wawa. I know. Not typically me, but he forgot his mask in his truck, and they do require masks. And I have my pullover sleeve, but he ended up pulling up his hoodie over his face, and the clerk saw him and actually handed him a mask to wear. So it could even be frustrating if you forget your mask, because then you're okay, what do I do? Do I risk going in and hopefully not get in trouble, or do I not go in? So I guess right now it's good practice to have masks in different areas, whether it's your car, your bag, your backpack, wherever it is, just in case, because forgetting one can be troublesome if you have to go into an establishment. Now, down in Strasbourg, if I'm not mistaken, is that they do have passenger service. They, I think right now they're operating on weekends, and they think in the summer they do full-time train rides. So they do offer train rides. Steamtown is not. Even Reading and Northern in the Jim Thorpe area, they're offering excursions right now on weekends. They're operating Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays, and then it'll be 7 days a week in the summer. And that's where I did ride behind the Blue Beauty, number 425. So train service is operating. Same thing with like passenger service. Amtrak is operating. There are restrictions, there are protocols, but I personally don't understand why some train companies can offer train excursions and some can't. But Steamtown is owned. It's owned by the government. They do run it. They do make the calls. Reading and Northern and Strasbourg, I believe, aren't under the same restrictions or protocols. So it does make sense, but at the same time it doesn't. Just do things safely, limit the number of tickets sold, keep things clean, and let people be able to enjoy it. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Strasbourg. Okay. Do they do 7 days a week? I know if you guys want to see a cool video too, I typically don't mention other channels, but it was a cool experience. Nick's Crossing, who's in the chat here, he had a unique opportunity to ride a train in his area in like a leisure train, not for travel, but just for like an excursion. And the conductor was able to share a lot of information with him, and he was actually able to stand on the outside, like the little platform area of the last rail car. So the whole video, you basically have the shot of them going down the rails with no obstructions. They went down and back, made for a really cool video, and him and the conductor had some good conversation and commentary to share information about the lines and stuff like that. I think he said sections of it were possibly the old Erie line, but that's a cool video to watch if you want to see, a different perspective of riding a train from the back of the train. That is something to consider checking out on his channel. This year, I do have plans to book a caboose for riding in Northern. As I just was talking about, RJ and I did ride behind number 425 for the Lehigh Gorge excursion, and they will be running again this year. And whether it's going to be diesel or steam, I don't know the specifics, what they're going to do, but they do offer you the option to rent out the caboose up to 6 people for a minimal fee when it's distributed among 6 people, and you basically have the caboose to yourself. You can sit inside, you can sit up top in the cupola area or the lookout area. You can also be outside on the platform area. So when we do that again, I know myself, RJ, and Alan, and I'm going to reach out to a few others to see if they are interested in joining us. But up to 6 people, we'll have the caboose for the entire excursion. That will be a pretty cool experience. I am definitely looking forward to that. New Hope resumes March 20th. Yeah, Reading Northern typically like opening weekend, they did 425, the steam, but basically due to popular demand, they kept bringing it back each weekend. And there was even a week or two where they actually ran it during the week. But traditionally, it's ran on weekends, and then during the week is diesel powered. Hey there, Gail. Yeah, so some of you, I'll be reaching out to you when that does get kind of closer to being done to book the caboose to see if there is interest. And if there's more room, I'll invite others. If it only ends up being 3 or 4 of us, that's okay too. It'll just be a little bit more money individually, but if we could get 6 people, it's, I think, not much money at all. It's like under $30 a person, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Good night there, Lisa. Yeah, I'm going to be wrapping up things here in just a minute or two. So if anyone has any final things they'd like to mention, feel free to mention it now. If I did miss it, I do apologize. Again, special thanks to the mods for being here tonight, and for those of you who did tune in to watch. I'm glad you were here tonight, spending your Sunday night with us. And if you missed previous episodes, you can always catch the replays under the Sunday Night Live playlist. And again, for 2021, it is every other week. I do know, I think Nancy or somebody else asked about how come there was no Sunday Night Live last week. It is every other week. That's one of the changes that were made for this year, just to spread it out and to not have to worry about canceling or stuff like that. So we will be back in 2 weeks for our next episode. Ants trains, the comments like that typically aren't allowed on the chat. The mods to take care of that. But if you want to reach out to me through email and ask me any questions or to send a link to your channel, I could definitely do that. But just do that privately. I would prefer that. Starts at 8 p.m. too. Yes, that is the other change. Thank you, Retro. B-Sage, meet updates. I did mention earlier, don't have anything set in stone yet. Lakemont Park in Altoona and Horseshoe Curve are going to be going hand in hand. I'm hoping for May. Lakemont Park is only open on select days of the week for rides, so I have to work around their schedule, and May I think will be probably the best time for that. Jim Thorpe to walk through the town and to experience the gorge area, the Turnhull Tunnel, or the train ride. That'll all be done in one day. That will also be springtime as well. The only one that's up in the air right now is Ricketts Glen State Park with all the waterfalls and hiking trails. I don't know when that's going to happen, but those other two will definitely be spring, early summer at the latest. But Lakemont Park is going to be the feature one, the one I'm looking forward to the most, and Horseshoe Curve. And I'm going to be planning for sometime in May. Once everything's confirmed, I will definitely release some videos and information to share with everyone. Okay, everyone, I am going to say goodnight. I want to just thank you once again for everyone who did tune in, for your kind comments, for watching, for tuning in. Even if you didn't comment, just for being here does mean a lot. And whether you love the show or not, you know, taking your time to spend with me tonight does mean a lot. Thank you once again to everyone who did send out for mail call tonight for all the wonderful items I did receive and the kind words and the cards. And hopefully you enjoyed the Going Back in Time video, Boulder Field. If you want to watch it again, just search Boulder Field JPVideos. It will pop up. And we'll have a repeat of this in 2 weeks. So I hope all of you enjoy the rest of your evening, wherever you are, and hope you have a fantastic week. And just a quick reminder once again, my schedule right now temporarily is Mondays and Fridays. It will resume to 3 days a week once everything does kind of get back to better conditions for filming, and I will be able to get a backlog of videos to share with you guys. So other than that, I will see all of you soon in the next video. Where's my mouse? Okay. Have a good night, everyone.